Do this and women will want you. I'm going to let you in on a secret mindset that women can't resist. Has there ever been a woman that you really want to notice you? She's beautiful, she's fun, she's captivating. But maybe you can't seem to get her attention. Maybe you're lacking confidence and you're struggling to make a move. Or maybe if you do make a move, it doesn't go well and you're starting to feel like the kind of women you're attracted to just must not be attracted to you. Imagine for a moment that instead you can turn her head immediately. Imagine that the moment her eyes fall on you, she recognizes and realizes that you are a confident, masculine, high-value man, the kind of man she's been praying to meet. Would you like to know how to do this? Because the truth is, with a little bit of insider knowledge and a little bit of effort, you can absolutely be that man. It's time to learn about the secret mindset that makes every woman want you. Now, real fast before we dive in, if this is your first time watching, welcome. I'm a Christian dating and relationship coach for men and your go-to source to learn how to have authentic, lifelong love with the women of your dreams. No mind games, no tricks, they don't work, and they're just plain stupid. So, if you are looking for that authentic, lifelong love, make sure you subscribe and ring the notification bell. Now, it's time to get to the good stuff. What you are about to see is actually a video from my academy. That's where I teach you step by step how to find the love of your life, make her fall deeply in love with you, and help you keep that love alive permanently. It's your blueprint for creating an unbreakable bond with the woman you've always wanted. We only open enrollment a few times a year, and the 1st of January, we're opening the doors for a few days only. So, I thought it would be fun to give you a little bit of a sneak peek. Are you ready for this insider info? Let's dive in. In this video, we're going to be talking about how to present yourself with confidence. One of the best ways to show a high-quality woman that you are a high-quality man is by showing her that you are confident. This is critical to attracting lasting love. In Module 2, you learned about the science of confidence and that confidence can actually be learned. You learned about affirmations and some amazing habits that create that confidence. I hope you are keeping up on those things. Remember, as awesome as the tools are, they only work if you continue to apply them. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you one of the most powerful ways to increase your confidence and maintain it your entire life. I'm going to start with a story. It's a story about Marilyn Monroe. Now, no matter how you feel about her as a person, it's safe to say that the world at large still, even today, recognizes her as an icon of attraction. Now, Marilyn Monroe was in on a secret, a powerful secret that I will be sharing with you. This simple thing was very influential in her success. One day, she wanted to prove a point. So, she took a magazine editor and a photographer with her and walked down straight into Grand Central Terminal. There were people everywhere. It was a busy workday. She waited with everyone else for the subway, and no one noticed her. Not a single person noticed her. This is Marilyn Monroe. Everyone knew who Marilyn Monroe was, but nobody noticed her. She quietly got on and sat in a corner, and still not a single person noticed her as the icon she was at the time. The subway came to a stop and she exited to the busy sidewalks of New York City. She turned to her photographer and said, "Do you want to see her?" This is where she revealed her secret. She didn't do anything dramatic. All she did was fluff her hair and strike a pose. And suddenly, everyone recognized her. Suddenly, the photographer got very nervous that he would not be able to get her out of this situation, as hordes of people crowded around her. This is Marilyn Monroe. What's she doing on the streets of New York? In an instant, she was magnetic and everyone knew who she was. What was her secret? Was she just one of those people who's blessed with beauty? Well, she certainly had some beauty, but no more than anyone else. Was she just extra gifted or one of those people who has what no one else can have? No, not at all. The secret was in how she presented herself. She had literally been with the same crowd a long time, and no one noticed her. The way she held herself made her appear invisible and like no one should notice her. And then when she presented herself as the icon she was, everyone noticed her. She let them know who she was and how to treat her. And that was a powerful tool. A tool I'm about to share with you. I heard a quote once that I absolutely love. "Sexy is an attitude." It most certainly is. This is a secret that Marilyn Monroe was in on, and if you look around at other celebrities, they know it too. Sexy is an attitude. Another great example of this is Tom Hiddleston. In his role as Loki, he knows that he's sexy. He knows that he's amazing and confident, and everything else. And because he knows that, everybody else buys into it too. So much so that there are tons of people who, even though Loki's the bad guy, they are raving fans. And a lot of that is due to the fact of how he presents himself. Body language is something that absolutely fascinates me. It's one of my favorite things to teach because it is so powerful. Just like in the story of Marilyn Monroe, where she made herself invisible and then showed herself as an attractive woman. This is something I have actually practiced and tried publicly to see if it works. And you know what? It does. When I use the body language that makes me invisible, no one wants to talk to me. But when I present myself as an attractive woman that someone would want to get to know, guess what? People have wanted to get to know me. I've had people ask me over the years, how do you do it? How do you turn heads like that? How does it work? And my answer to them and to you is, if you believe it, they will too. This is just human nature. If you believe that you're attractive, that you have amazing qualities, that you are worth getting to know, people will just believe it. It's just what we do. We believe people who seem to know what they're talking about. So, the simple act of being confident and portraying that in your body language makes you so incredibly attractive and magnetic, no matter how physically attractive you may or may not be at first glance. Because the truth is, it actually has far more to do with your body language than your appearance. So, how do you apply this? Every person who understands that sexy is an attitude understands the importance of body language, even if they don't call it by that name. Basically, what body language is what we tend to feel. You can see in our bodies. For instance, if somebody's nervous, you can see it. If somebody's mad, you can see it. If somebody's happy and over the moon, you can see it. Whatever emotion we're feeling, you can see. Now, what's really cool, this is where I get a little nerdy about the science, is that not only do our bodies show what we feel, but if you put your body in a certain position, you will take on that feeling. For instance, if I'm nervous and I keep doing nervous body language, I'm going to continue to feel nervous. If I place myself in confident body language, I feel confident. That's science. If you close yourself off, then you're not approachable and you don't feel like approaching anyone. If you hang your head like you just don't have any worth, you're not going to feel like you have any worth. But if you place yourself in a confident state, an attractive masculine state, you will feel confident, attractive, and masculine. This takes fake it till you make it to an entirely new level. Use that to your advantage. Now, confident body language in a man is one of the most attractive things to a woman. As a matter of fact, if you do a Google search for body language that's attractive to women, confident body language always comes up. The reason being, it makes you more strong, it makes you more masculine, and that's what she's attracted to. It also shows off your good posture and just how physically attractive you naturally are. So, with this in mind, I've put together a list of some of the most confident and attractive body language that you can start using today. Don't overwhelm yourself by trying to implement all the body language at once. That will just be incredibly frustrating. Instead, pick one or two, become comfortable with that, and then pick one or two more. So, number 1 is to keep your feet planted. When we're nervous or anxious or even excited, we tend to kind of squirm around a little bit with our feet. And what this does is it makes you feel more nervous and it makes her feel more nervous, which is not what you want. Instead, ground yourself. Keep your feet grounded and you will instantly feel more confident, more self-assured, and that's also how other people will see you. Number 2 is to take up some space. It's very easy to kind of shrivel and try and be as small as we can, especially if we are nervous. This is something both men and women do. Own your own space. That shows confidence, that shows that you are self-assured, and that you're strong and in control. Now, you obviously don't want to overdo it and take up too much space. That ends up looking clownish. But own your own space. Allow yourself the room that you deserve. You're a human being just like everyone else, and you deserve the space that you need. Number 3 is to hold your space. Let's pretend you're standing in line with a lot of people. It's really natural to kind of let your space go in and in and in as you try and make room. And to a large extent, that's just being polite, right? If there's not enough room, sometimes you just got to do what you've got to do. But when you're trying to just be a nice person, you can give on room and give on room and give on room until you're just really uncomfortable. Instead, as long as you're being respectful, hold your own space. You don't have to be pushed around by anyone else. You respect yourself enough to stay entitled to the space that you are entitled to. Don't feel like you have to surrender it. This shows others that you are calm, confident, and have respect in yourself. And it also helps you feel that way and makes the situation much more relaxing. Number 4 is to keep your shoulders strong. In today's society, we tend to spend our time hunched over a desk, and it doesn't leave for very good posture. Instead, keep your shoulders relaxed and solid and strong. Avoid keeping them up towards your ears. Some people call these shoulder earrings because we just get really uptight. Instead, let your shoulders relax and just be strong and firm and confident. One way to help with this is to do some exercises that increase your back muscles. It'll make it much more comfortable to hold that confident, strong shoulders. Number 5 is to have focused hands. One of the worst things you can do with body language if you want to be approachable and confident looking is to close yourself off. Obviously, there's an exception to almost everything. But if you keep yourself closed off a lot, people are going to see you as a closed-off person, and that's not attractive to women. It doesn't help them feel safe with you. So instead, one of the best things you can do with body language to show you're approachable, you're friendly, you're kind, is to have open palms. This says, hey, I'm friendly, I'm inviting. Now, you obviously can't walk around with your palms open all the time, right? That would just look really stupid and clownish. So instead, let me share a trick with you. One of the most confident things to do with your hands is what I like to call the steeple. This just makes you, instantly you feel more confident. In addition to that, you look more confident. So, what I personally do is I will go to the steeple, and then I'll open my palms to make a point, and then I'll go back to the steeple. Open my palms back to a point. And you don't have to hold it up here. I'm just holding up here to show you in the camera. You can hold it down lower and kind of just even point towards them, or you could even let your fingers interlock a little bit for a little more casual feel, and then back open to palms. But what that does is it shows confidence open and friendly. Confidence open and friendly, and it really helps people feel like they can trust you and feel company. Comfortable with you. This is so much better than just not knowing what to do with your hands. You feel really dumb. Have you ever been there before? I don't know what to do with my hands. So instead, focus your hands. Steeple open. Talking with your hands is a fabulous way to not feel like your hands are just hanging there with nothing to do. Hello again, my friend. I wanted to just hop in for a second and say, are you enjoying what you're seeing so far? If you are, please leave me a comment and let me know. I also just wanted to remind you before we keep going. What you are seeing is a video from my academy. These are some of the insider secrets you get there. Honestly, this is just a small piece of what you get to see there. So, be sure you're on the lookout for the 1st of January when we open enrollment for just a few days. I love hearing from men saying that they are now married, and they wouldn't be without what they've learned. And I want to share these things with you as well. So make sure you are on the lookout. In addition to that, in the meantime, make sure you download my free guide, 11 Things Men Do That Make Women Melt. This is a fabulous way to have some of those key authentic attraction strategies as you wait for the academy to open. So, there's just a link in the description below and a link in the pinned comment for you to be able to get that guide. Alright, enough talking. Let's get back to it. Number 6 is to leave your phone in your pocket. Not all the time, obviously. Sometimes you need to use your phone, but when we're nervous, it's very easy to just pick up our phone and close ourselves off. This actually creates a barrier and makes people feel like you're not approachable. You don't want to be approached or you wouldn't be on your phone. And it makes people feel like maybe you disapprove of what's going on or the activity, so they don't feel like they can open up to you. It can make them feel like you are avoiding them. Instead, keep good posture, keep your shoulders back, look people in the eye, and smile at people. Remember to hold your ground. This shows confidence and presence instead of I'm avoiding talking to people because I don't know what to do. Speaking of smiling, tip number 7 is to smile. Your smile is one of your best tools. Make sure you're using it. I honestly believe that a smile is a gift to another person. It's a gift from God and it's a gift to someone else. When someone smiles at you, you instantly feel better. And when you smile, remember the exercise we did earlier? When you smile, you actually feel better. 2 people feeling all those good feelings. Yeah, that's definitely going to help with attraction. Now, what do you do if your teeth aren't perfect? That's a question I get a lot of the time. That's okay. Your teeth don't have to be perfect. A smile is always the most attractive thing anyone can wear. It shows sincerity, and it even shows confidence. Do you remember how I mentioned in a previous video that even sometimes what we feel are our flaws can be attractive to someone else? This is true of teeth as well. One of my favorite actors who I crushed so hard on in my teenage years has a gap in his front teeth. And you know what? I think it's really, really cute. And it doesn't bother me. As a matter of fact, if that gap in his front teeth was gone, I'd kind of feel like something had been lost. I would feel pretty sad inside, really. Another good example of this is Chip and Joanna Gaines. When they started dating, Chip had a dead tooth and it looked pretty bad. But for some reason, Joanna kind of liked it because it showed that he was so confident in who he was that it didn't matter, and she fell in love with him despite his tooth. It was one of the traits that she thought was kind of quirky and kind of adorable. Show your teeth. Your smile is your trademark. Show that you are confident and you have self-respect. Show your teeth. Number 8 is to make eye contact. There's all kinds of science that shows that one of the ways we fall in love the fastest and the most is through eye contact. Making eye contact with someone makes a good impression on them and helps them feel connected to you and like you understand them. It helps them feel like they really matter to you. Now, making eye contact can be a little bit of a struggle. It can feel uncomfortable. So, here's a good way to think of it. Match their gaze. You don't want to stare at them. That will make them feel really awkward. But notice how much eye contact they make. It's very normal when you are having a conversation with someone. If you're the person talking, it's normal to talk with them a little bit. And maybe look away for a second, come back, talk to him a little bit more, look away, come back. It's very, very natural and normal. When you're listening, you'll want to make eye contact pretty consistently if that's kind of the vibe they're sending. But mostly, just notice how much eye contact they make and try to match that. That way, you don't have to worry about the awkward stare. The more you do this, the more confident you will feel and be able to show them that you're self-assured and safe. Tip number 9 is to slow your movements down. When we're nervous, we tend to get fidgety and move really fast because we're nervous and don't know what to do. And what this does is it makes you more nervous. And it makes other people feel more nervous when they're around you and can come across as very clownish. It certainly is not confident. So basically, you just want to slow your movements down. Just do less. Avoid dancing from one foot to the other or oving super nervously. Just slow down. Breathe and live in the moment. This will help you feel more calm, more relaxed, and help you look much more attractive. Take a deep breath and remember that you are in control, that you've got this, because you do. There's a woman out there who's longing to meet you. You can 100% handle this. You're the dream man of your dream girl. So, just breathe, it's cool. You are worth talking to, you are worth interacting with, you have so much to offer. So, just let it go. Number 10 is to walk with a masculine gait. Slow and controlled is the vibe you're going for. The heroes in action shows are actually a fabulous example of this, especially when they're walking through a crowd. You'll notice that they're slow and controlled. What they're doing is they're showing other people that they're confident, they've got this and they've got this handled. It's an incredibly attractive trait. Even if the hero doesn't have everything perfectly figured out, he's still confident, and that's very attractive. There are a couple of men I know who are fabulous at walking with a masculine gait. Years ago, when I used to go dancing, I would watch them because, yes, I'm the nerdy coach who does a lot of people watching and body language reading when I go to activities. And I noticed that these two men were fabulous at walking with that masculine gait. And to be perfectly honest, some people would say that they weren't the most physically attractive men. However, they always had a swarm of women around them, like always. And honestly, it's because their body language was on point. So, the best way to start implementing good body language is to start noticing what your body language is right now so that you know how to improve. Do you keep your shoulders back, your head high? Do you smile when you see people? Or do you kind of shuffle past them and keep your shoulders down and kind of get as small as you can? A good first step to start practicing body language is to just practice looking at people's eye when you walk past them and smile. Maybe do a little head nod. Just that little piece of practice is going to help build your confidence so you feel more comfortable while doing these things. The biggest thing is to start practicing body language now in a non-scary, non-threatening feeling situation. The last thing you want to do is trying to figure out body language when you're standing in front of a beautiful girl. That's going to be a disaster. Don't do that. You want to practice it now. Practice at the grocery store with the person who's ringing up your groceries. Practice when you pass people in the hallway. Whatever it is, start practicing that body language now. Then it will be completely automatic when you're standing in front of a beautiful woman, and trust me, she'll notice it. The last thing to remember about body language is that practice makes comfortable. Have you ever heard the word or the phrase practice makes perfect? It also makes you a whole lot more comfortable. So, the more you practice it, the more comfortable you're going to feel with this body language. Pick out 1 or 2 things to start implementing today. You can start by practicing alone in your room and let yourself laugh at yourself if you feel a little weird trying this out, and then start practicing at the store and other places like that. Because the more you do it, the more comfortable you'll be. Pretty soon, when you're walking past that gorgeous dream girl, you won't even have to think about it. Your body language will be so on point and such a habit that it's just a part of who you are. And honestly, I think you'll find that it affects every area of your life. So really, it's one of the best tools you can have for a confident, happy life. When you're ready, I'll see you in the next video where we're going to be talking about how you can use your personal style to become irresistible to your dream girl. I'll see you over there. That's it for today, my friend. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw, will you please leave me a comment and share with a friend? And if you don't yet follow me on social media, there are links in the description below. One last reminder. 1st of January, we are opening enrollment to Attracting Lasting Love Academy for a few days only. This is where I will walk you step by step through the 5 pillars to help you find, attract, and keep the love of your life. You will never learn tactics that are geared towards low-quality women. This is to find an authentic, feminine, godly woman. So, be on the lookout for that. Thank you so much again, my amazing friend, and have an amazing day. We only enrow it in rowing. We only enrow N. When you figure out what that is, let me know. Hi, secret end of the video club. Don't worry, I didn't forget about you. We have to have a word for the end of the video, and I thought it would be fun, since we're getting ready to open enrollment for the word this week to be academy. So, if you watch to the end of the video, it proves by default that you're awesome. So leave the word academy in the comments below. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next one.